let's move on to the last slide here. Claim processing, you'll see a bunch of metrics here. Something on the order of 40% of the claims were auto-processed, and they in fact have a target to improve that. A lot of this depends on the comfort level of the manufacturer on basically turning the knob up and making the rules more aggressive. So as you get more confidence that your auto-processing rules are sound and are making the right judgment, you can change the thresholds and allow more cases to be handled that way, and that's certainly their plan.
Right. Another thing, Manish, to add to this is also the ability that they have found now to associate claims with the right processes. So they can actually configure business rules to just route claims to either a processor who understands a particular failure mode that they are actually experiencing in the marketplace, or if someone is on vacation, it can be routed using these business rules. So that's another significant advantage they have seen with the system.
Right. Thanks, Roshan. Duplicate claims elimination, reduction in cycle time, 50% or more there, and also the ability to attach documents electronically or pre-authorization information has made the whole process of explaining what happened post facto a lot simpler, the auditing process. They were able to increase supplier recovery by over 25%, reduce the errors, improve the relationship there, reduce disputes. The cycle time also went down by 50%. And this also eliminated the problem that we talked about earlier. They no longer had to work with a third-party administrator. They could save money by bringing that in-house. And by doing it faster, they could get out of the situation of paying a dealer claim before really knowing whether a supplier would honor the claim itself. And finally, though this particular company could do more on failure analysis and future modeling, they have gotten started and they're able to better measure the cost of their warranty. There are certain types of product trends, failure trends that they're now monitoring, and they're able to do a better forecasting of their warranty expenses and therefore reserves. And to a degree, they can also do some ad hoc reporting themselves without having to ask for an IT project each time. So, again, this is information about a particular client, but from our experiences, we see that there's a common pattern. A lot of companies have similar problems, and there may be similar opportunities for benefits through implementing best practices and automation in a warranty environment. So with that, let me ask again if there are more questions. We have some time left, and please type in the chat window, and we'll read them out.
So Manish, I have a couple of questions that have come through. One of them has to do more with the ability for the system to configure multiple catalogs, and how would we, also look at multiple business units or different companies using the same system if actually the claims are being processed by a more centralized team.
Right. So some solutions actually have a way of modeling different business units in an organization structure, and so they're able to, in other words, you're able to have a single instance of the system that can have slightly different rules for different BUs. So that is one way of handling this, but I'd also like to mention that some companies, and Ingersoll Rand is one like this, they've also decided to have a warranty council that works across all the BUs and tries to make the processes more uniform across the business units as well. So, even if systems are capable, it's not necessarily the case that you might still want to have more consistency. And so they've found a good organizational, I should say, governance model to actually bring multiple divisions together to drive the evolution of their warranty platform. So it's a little bit of both. And I think I forgot the first part of the question, Roshan, which was about something different.
It was more around multiple product catalogs. So if you have different, so the questions are kind of intertwined. there because multiple businesses would have different catalogs. So.
Oh, right. So I guess the same answer applies there, right? Several things could vary across the BUs, not just the catalogs, right? Obviously, you would be manufacturing different equipment in different units, and so you'd have different catalogs, which you might also therefore have different warranty policies because they would be tuned to the needs of each each product line. So it's a combination, as a summary, that you try to look for ways to bring things as common as your organization and culture might allow, because that also helps with centralization and uniformity, as well as looking for a system that can allow this sort of multi-tenant behavior and configuration.
Okay, and the only other question I have on the list here right now, Manish, is the duration for implementing a system to automate, the warranty process. I think it's a very generic question. Manish, if you don't mind, I could take that.
Yeah, please go ahead, Roshan.
Yes. So based on what we have seen with these implementations, a usual implementation cycle could take anywhere between 4 to 6 months, and obviously it depends on the extent of what you would try to implement in the overall project. So today, as a company, we provide an on-demand model which gives you something out of the box and enables you to actually go ahead and just use it as a software as a service model. Now, in that case, there is more grunt work involved from your perspective. At the same time, your upfront cost and time to market is going to be significantly less. However, if you're looking for an enterprise-wide version deployment, which is also what we do for quite a few of our customers, the cycle time we have seen is around the 6-month range to ensure we are able to collect requirements, migrate your data, and get you up and running into a full-fledged working application. Hopefully that does answer your question.
Okay. It looks like there's a couple more, Roshan, from Andrew and maybe Abhijit. Or I'm not sure if the system is showing a little question mark here, so I'm not sure if those are the ones we just answered.
Let me just check. Okay, I'm not seeing the question here. Manish, are you seeing it?
I think we might have answered those.
Okay. All right, that's fine then. Okay, well, do you see any more questions? Is that it now, Roshan?
No, that's the only list I'm seeing. So
why don't we move on to the last slide then?
Okay.
So here we have, contact information for Eric and myself. We'd both be happy to answer any more questions that you have now that this session is ending. And I'll give you I didn't want to put it in there for robots and spiders to find, but my personal email address is m.arya@tavant.com if you want to reach me directly, and feel free to do that as well. So with that, I'll just turn it over to Roshan just to close, and thank you for your time, everyone.
Thank you, Manish. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to be with us here today. We will also post a recording of this webinar on Tavant.com, our corporate website, so you could access it there. Please feel free to get in touch with us if you have any more questions. Thank you once again for your time.